And we're live. Hello. How are you? How are you? Happy Monday. Happy crazy equinox broom day or whatever is going on out there. I keep seeing about. I haven't tried it yet. I'm sure my kids will dig it though. When they get home, we're going to definitely try it out. So if you are joining me here, we are doing Facebook Live day one training of Own Your Message, a 5-day training that I put together to really help women in business or men in business, I guess, doesn't really make a difference, feel so confident and comfortable with their message and what they need to be putting both online and offline to really magnetize their soul clients to them. So I'm loving it as I'm having this modeled for me right now as I'm already seeing literally like my soul clients joining. So that's what we are going to be doing. We're going to be doing it 5 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It will be 4 p.m. every single day right here. If you have not got your workbook, you're going to want to grab that. There's a link up at the top. This is what we're going to be covering today. Each day it is something a little bit different, so then you can automatically get on the list and get it sent to you each day. So I'll give it just a second here before I start diving into content. I'm really pumped. And for those of you just joining, if you could also, I'm just making sure I'm covering everything, type in your name and the type of business that you have. That is also really helpful for me. Hi, I'm Jojo, Joanne, Jojo Wilson, Jojo. I think you just go by Jojo, right? Hello, Darla and Sherry and Kaylee and Sonia and Taryn. Hi, Taryn, how are you? Love you, love you. All right, so let's dive in. So if you are new to me, you are new to my business page, thank you for joining. I hope you enjoy these next 5 days with me right here. Actually, I'm sorry, the next 4 days right here. Day 5, it's another reason you're going to want to go grab that workbook, is on Friday, this coming Friday, we are doing a group Zoom call. So it's not going to be via Facebook Live. It is going to be in a hot seat group coaching experience with me in my private Zoom room. So you're going to want to be there because I'm like getting all up in your business. Cannot wait to get up all in your business. So let's dive into day 1. We are today covering your impactful and intentional introduction. Before I get into too much of that, I want to dive right in. But for those of you that are new to me, I want you to hear from me. I want to model for you my impactful and intentional introduction that I do. So I am a soul-powered business coach. I serve entrepreneurs, leaders, and authors who want to make a difference and make more money. And I do that by helping them with their confidence. I do that by helping them own their marketing and their messaging and truly putting soul into their strategy. My clients, because we do it that way, are able to make the impact that they desire and get the results that they want. Now, what you just heard in there was an inspiring introduction, an impactful, intentional introduction. It was not my message. That is not my message, and that is not your message. That is who you are. That is your title. That is your 60-second elevator pitch or 60-second commercial, whatever you want to call it. In fact, if you go back and rewind, that was probably only about maybe 25 to 30 seconds. And a lot of times, that is always shifting and changing and expanding for us. And we think that that's our message. And so we start to overthink it, or we overdoubt it, or the title changes, and we get all in this tizzy about who am I and what am I doing. And I'm here to tell you that it's a good thing, that this should be expanding all the time. This should be changing all the time. As you grow and you expand, and the way that you serve your clients grows and expand, this should do that with you. So that changes for me on any given day a couple times. Well, maybe not on any given day, maybe any given month. It also changes based off of what environment I'm in. If I'm walking into a face-to-face, heart-to-heart, women in business networking event, the way that I introduce myself there might be very different than the way that I introduce myself from my business page and I'm speaking to a different audience. So I just want you to be really mindful that it's okay to have a couple different versions of this ready to go at any given time. It actually should be changing as you change and expand and grow too. We want to have condensed versions of it. We just having those like titles, like where you're seeing here in the thread: productivity coach, pain freedom coach, spiritual medium, soul powered business coach. So I see virtual assistant. I see I see another virtual assistant. I see an online business manager. I see a spiritual life coach. I see a holistic products team leader. I see a spiritual life coach. So those are just from me being able to see quickly. That's a quick title. You know, that's something you can print on that's business card worthy. But when we're really talking about you're at the front of the stage, you're introducing yourself on a Facebook Live, you're a guest speaker in somebody's group, and whether that's online or offline, what we're really crafting today for you is that very meaningful and impactful and memorable, super memorable and magnetic introduction. So before we get into that, before I start making over your memorable introductions, what I really want to do is I want to talk about some intentions, and not just intentions about our time together here, but also intentions around, you know, before you create any type of content, before you create any type of marketing or messaging, before you are letting anything come to you and through you, I want you to have a reason behind it. I want you to have an intention behind it. And I think this piece gets missed a lot in our space when we're creating content. So, you know, when you think about like why intentions, I mean, I know we hear that word a lot, but for good reason, because we need to be stating, we really need to be setting the stage, because an intention is really, and oh, I love this. This is what I'm talking about. What the universe just whispered to me is an intention is an energetic expectation. Now, I did not have I love that. It is an energetic expectation of what you want to happen before you step foot into any situation, before you before you put yourself in any type of circumstance or experience or in any type of event, before you take any type of action, you want to have that positive, energetic expectation. You want to set that intention of what you want to happen. So an intent I love that. I've literally never heard anybody like that's quotable. I need hopefully somebody's here that can grab that for me, because that was good stuff. I love that. You can bet you're going to see that in a quote on a graphic coming up. So let's talk first about the intentions of these 5 days together, because here's the thing is, what do you most want to get out of this? You're here with me for a reason. You clicked in for a reason. You signed up for a reason, right? And I want to make sure that when you have that positive and like expectation of me and the training that I'm going to give to you, well, guess what? I want to over deliver on that every single time. So it's important that there's that energetic exchange between you and between me during these 5 days. So that's where intentions, when you overlap them and you weave them together and you have the power of 2 people, frequency is high, energy is high, everybody gets what they want. So I want you to take just a quick second here. If you don't have any paper, grab some paper, pen. If you're if you'd rather type it out, whatever. But I want you to just take a minute here, and I want you to write it as if it has already happened. I really believe that 2 of the most powerful words you can ever use in the way that you're talking is ever since. I use ever since in front of anything. So for example, what I would want you to write is like, ever since I started owning my message, things have been amazing in my business. I've been attracting clients like crazy. I've had more discovery calls than ever before. I've had more engagement on all my social media posts. When I started owning my message, ever since I started owning my message, business started booming, because it's that energetic expectation you now have. It is that now, it is just that embodiment of it. It just, you can feel it. The energy is there. It's strong. So I want you to write out just a couple sentences of like, ever since. And you can do this in so many different things. Like, man, ever since I started using essential oils, I feel better, I have better ideas, my clarity is stronger than ever before, and I'm channeling like never before. Ever since I started taking 15 minutes a day to journal, I've been manifesting like crazy. Like, using those 2 words is super important and super powerful before you put yourself in any type of situation. Use the words ever since. Do you guys like that? Does that feel good? If you're with me and if you're just joining, welcome, welcome. We are going to dive into our workbook here in just a minute, so make sure you click on the link above to get the Own Your Message workbook. And then we are talking about intentions first and foremost, which you always should do before you're going into anything. So, and I also want you to know that my time with you over the next 4 to 5 days, this is so much more than marketing, because this intentional work that we are co-creating here, this intentional work that we're doing together, really, honestly, is so much more than just marketing, right? It is about you believing. And that's what I love about intentions, is that it's about you believing. It's about you believing in yourself. It's about you believing in your business, in your vision, in your mission, in your soul purpose. It's about you believing in the universe, and that it's always fully supporting you, and that things are always happening for you. When I work with my clients, it's so much more than marketing. It's also about you believing in your connection to soul. It's about you believing in source, and believing that everything you desire is possible, and believing that everything is manifestable. Is that a word? Manifestable. That's a new one. I don't think, wow, we are just on a roll here today. Manifestable. I like that, because my other favorite word that I use a lot is obtainable. And obtainable is not a word. And I don't think manifestable is a word, but it is my word now. So, okay, so that's exercise number 1. This is just for you, writing out that like really good intention around what you're going to walk away from over these 5 days with me. And the second thing is, because we're going to jump into the workbook. So I want you to set an intention for what this introduction does for you. This is how you get to state who you are, what you do, and who you serve, and how you serve her, and how you're showing up in the world in your business. So what are some of those like power words, like even just that word, like some of those power words that you're putting into those intentions around this? It is now manifestable. I know, that's like a pretty awesome word. I'm kind of digging it. All right, so ever since I got my VA, business is booming and my calendar is filled up at least 2 weeks in advance. Yes, that is what I'm talking about. Share with me your ever since statements, because ever since I started sharing ever since, my clients get results like crazy. Oh my, look at all these like wonderful comments. Okay, so let's dive in. So if you don't have this, one more chance, you still can. Go grab it, just click the link above. You haven't missed anything. Today's day 1, I promise. And here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna help you craft and create today that inspiring introduction. Actually, Lisa Buddha, I forgot. It's now Lisa Buddha. Are you still here with me? Because you just went through this face-to-face, heart-to-heart with me and created a super soul-powered introduction. Are you here? I would love for you to share yours since you just did it with me. You should know it. You should have it, sister. Okay, so step number 1 is, and if you don't have your workbook, it's okay. I will read the questions. We can do it together. And I am also going to be doing some of these live with you. I have some people that did the pre-work and sent them in. So I'm going to do them live here. I think the first one I have is Amanda. I see that you are here. So make sure you stay here and stay with me. And then who is the other person? Is Evie here? I think Evie, you are here too, my love, and I'm gonna do yours live. Yes, you're, so make sure you guys stay live if you want me to help you with yours. Love it, love it. Okay, so the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna pick 10 words or more, doesn't have to be 10 or as many as you can, that describe you. And what we're looking for in here are your strengths, your positive characteristics, maybe your gifts, your talents, your abilities, your soul powers, whatever words that you would use to describe you in a good feeling, high energy style way. So for example, for me, I would describe myself as ambitious and driven, and I would describe myself as ignited. I would describe myself as inspiring. I would describe myself as a soul leader. I would describe myself as, so you get the point, right? So I want you to take a couple minutes here and I want you to write out as many words as possible that you can that describe you, who you are, your characteristics, your strengths, talents, powers, whatever labels feel good for you here. And I want you to have those and jot those down. The next thing that we're gonna dive into is 10 words that describe your business. So how would you describe your business? Again, from a positive, perspective, 10 words that describe your business. So for me, I would say my business is empowering. My business is creative. It's soulful, helpful. My business is inspiring. Impactful. So what we're looking for here, are you guys doing this with me? Who's stuck here? Who has some words? Start sharing your words here with me. I want to see them. I'm ambitious, unique, different, honest, truthful, a mentor, amazing, respectful. Yes, 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 you are, my love, because you just claimed you are. So that's what we're looking for. 10 words that describe you, 10 words that describe your business. And then the next spot is, what do your clients say about your services, your products, your programs, your coaching, your healing, your work, your words, whatever it is. Like, this is the spot I want you to really start thinking about. What are some of those things that your clients say to you, about your work, about your business? Susan, Teresa, absolutely. Pop back in, watch the beginning. If you're on the email list, you will get a replay of this in the email tomorrow, along with tomorrow's workbook. If you are not on the list, I believe, Susan, you are, but Teresa, I'm not sure if you are, my love, just click on the link above, and you can get a copy of the workbook for today too. And then you're also gonna get that invitation to the Hot Seat group coaching call. Hot seat, hot seat. You want a hot seat on Friday, trust me, because I'm fired up about this. No pun intended, but also pun intended. Okay, so what do your clients say about your services and products? And you guys, this is not you being vain. This is not you pumping up your ego. This has nothing to do with this. This is about you honoring your gifts, your talents, and your abilities to serve at your highest level. And the clients that you have served, when they've experienced it, they've expressed it. I promise you, when you give your clients your highest level, they are going to experience it, and then they will express it back to you about how impactful it was for them, okay? So Evie says, my business is productive, organized, supportive, helpful, and loving. I love all of this. Can you guys feel the energy and the frequency behind how good these words are for you to say about yourself and to feel about yourself? Because most often what's happening and what's going on up here all day is not this kind of stuff. It's not. It tends to be, oh, why did you do that? Why even bother? Why is this? Why is that? It never tends to be those good things unless you're like really doing the mind, care, and control work, which you all should be doing every day, as often as possible. Let's see, trustworthy, honest. I check back in with them, make sure they love everything. Coaching, tough love, mentor, lead by example. Great, these are all awesome. So now what we are gonna look for is, so what do your clients say about your services? So they say, they say, I, finally believe in myself. I feel confident in my business strategy. They say a variety of things like that, right? Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to look and see, are there things here that are overlapping? Are there words that are really catching you? So if you have a highlighter or something, now is when I want you to grab that, because we really want to find the highlighter for crying out loud. All this stuff here, I can't find the highlighter. Are you serious? Insane. So now I'm going to take a highlighter and I'm going to think about what words in here really stand out for me. So you're looking for me, like the one that is just soul leader is so popping for me. It just has been for a while. Impact, ambitious, creative, believe, confidence. So those are the ones that are really popping for me. And now below in this, so you can see where I've kind of been writing in pink, highlighting in blue. And now down here in this space, this is where we are going to start crafting that impactful and intentional introduction, not to be mistaken for your message. This is your introduction. This is part of your title. This can go in a bio. This can go, I think about, like, if you had a podcast, this would be like at the beginning of your podcast, introducing yourself. If you were going to go speak at somebody's event, this is how the MC would announce you, right? This is not your message. You need this. This is powerful. This has a lot of energy behind it because it's needed in so many different places. But this is not your message, ladies. This is who you are, how you serve, who you serve, what you do, but this is not your message. All right, so let's start thinking about how we craft the beginning of an introduction like that. Now, normally they're always going to start with your name. It's amazing to me how many people will start a Facebook Live, and yes, even though you're obviously joining Amber Annette, I still introduce myself. I'm Amber Annette. I'm a soul-powered business coach helping entrepreneurs, leaders, and authors love the life they are living while they're building a business. That's not how I normally introduce myself, but that's how it just came. Perfect example. I wanted a quick and dirty introduction right there just for the sake of this. That works. That works. You can have multiple introductions like this. You don't have to just have one. Pick and choose from them. Okay, so we're going to start off with, I'm Joanne Wilson. I'm Evie Burke. I'm so-and-so, right? You always want to start off with your name. And I am a blank. That's where you're going to input that. Usually that's where I would say, I am Amber Annette, and I am a soul-powered business coach. That's my like impactful title, right? Like that's like, that really says the short and sweet and quick and dirty version. I am a soul-powered business coach. And you want it to be very clear, right? You want it to be, yes, we want to use those creative and clever words mixed in, but that first sentence really needs to nail the gist of it, the good stuff. If I only had 5 to 7 words, that's what you want to put in that first sentence. And this is not meant truly to, where's I going? It's not meant to just be one sentence. A lot of times people try to do like it condensed down and they try to like remove all this stuff just to fit in like a Facebook bio or an Instagram bio. Like that's fine. But for the most part, for a website, again, for all of those introductions, for when you're giving a verbal introduction, don't cut it short, sister. Take your time. And it doesn't even have to be 60 seconds. It can be 20 seconds, 25 seconds. I bet if we timed this, let's do this. Let's time this. I want you to see how important this is. So let me find it. I'm going to time myself. And, okay, hold on. Okay, we're going to time this and I'm going to read this very naturally. Hi, I'm Amber Annette, and I am a soul-powered business coach. I serve entrepreneurs, authors, and leaders who want to make a difference and make more money. By helping them find their confidence, own their marketing and messaging, and putting soul into their strategy, my clients are able to make the impact they desire and get the results that they want. Okay, so that was 37 minus 50, hold on. That was 23 seconds, you guys. 23 seconds is all. To have that impactful and inspiring introduction. Really say who I am, how I serve, and who I serve. How many of you felt that when I just said that? Like, wow, she's speaking to me. Did anybody feel that? Give me a heart, give me an emoji. If when I say that, you feel like that, you fit in that. That calls to you. You fit in that category. You are an entrepreneur, an author, or a soul leader who wants to make a difference and make more money. Is that you? That's you. Who's sending this mad face at me? It must have been, I know it's sometimes easy to like click the little mad guy and then you're like, oh shit, I hit the bad guy. Yes, okay, so I'm modeling for you here. You are here because my intentions that I have in my introduction and in my messaging attracted you here. So the very fact that you are here proves that this works, proves that when you own your message, you attract your soul clients because you each just said, girl, you're speaking my language. All right, so let's do this. Let's dive into some of these amazing, marvelous women who, oh boy, I'm singing. I'm really, when I start like humming and singing everything, I know I'm like super tapped in a super funky, fun, like funky, like fun funky. Like there's like negative funky and there's like wah wah funky. This is like good funky, like good energy coming in here. Okay, Amanda Yuri Tiravanti, are you still here with me, my love? You still here? Let's see. Yes, I do, Teresa. So you do an intro on every live, even if you go like 3 to 5 times per week. Yes, because, and if I don't, it's only because I forget. I use my lives over and over in different places. So I use them on YouTube. I use them, the only place I haven't tried using them is, okay, Amanda, I'm coming right back to you. I'll use them in, like, for example, this entire 5-day series is going to get bundled up and put on my website as like a free opt-in. So anybody that wants to do this free 5-day training with me And if you're one of those people watching now, hello, hello. In the future, like my future people that are watching, see how I'm already setting intentions that future people are watching and I'm already talking to them? What do you think is going to happen? Future people are going to watch this. So put intentions in everything. Can't stress that enough. But I repurpose my content all the time. Like I use it in different places all the time. So you want to make sure you have that. Okay, so Amanda. Okay, so I'm going to read Amanda's inspiring introduction and give her some soul punch behind it. So she says, hi, I'm Amanda Yuri Tiravanti, and I am your pain freedom coach. I help women 30 to 40 struggling with crippling chronic pain make simple shifts in their daily routines to achieve a more active life naturally, packed full of memorable moments with friends and family. Okay, so for the most part, I think you've done a great job here, Amanda. Here's a couple tweaks that I would make. Number one is there is only one paragraph break, which is, hi, I'm Amanda Yuri Tiravanti, and I am your pain freedom coach, exclamation point. And then the rest is this big, ongoing, long sentence. And I feel like it's because you're rushing because you feel like you have to pack it all in really quickly. And if you remember from me just showing you, when you actually read it out loud, it's only about 25, maybe seconds. I bet yours is even less. It's about 20 seconds. So if you're looking at making a Facebook bio, you're looking at making an Instagram bio, a LinkedIn bio, a social media bio, we want to switch this up so that it is different and formatted for those social media, right? But what I'm doing with you really, really here today is that verbal introduction is in a Facebook Live, or maybe even a longer one on your website, or could be like you're gonna like present a workshop, a master class, like whatever it is. Like I really want this to be that that verbal introduction, right? And you can still take pieces of that and turn those into those like sweet, short, condensed pieces that are needed in social media. Okay, so I'm your pain freedom coach. Is there anything that you like about pain freedom coach versus free from pain coach? What's the opposite of pain to your people? There's something that I'm really playing with here. You've been told you need to lose pain from the title. Well, I would say you could try it both ways, right? But like, what's the opposite of pain? I'm like literally stuck on a word there. Like, what would be, let me just feel into this for a second. And if you want me to review yours, pop it in here. So I'm gonna give some space to that for a second here. I help women 30 to 40. I help women 30 to 40 struggling with, I like this. Oh, I love this, love this. Okay, so here's what's coming in for me for you, Amanda. What if we switch? Because 30 to 40, what if somebody is 29? You're telling me you couldn't serve her? Or if a woman was 41, you couldn't? No, I bet you could, right? So I feel like you're eliminating, even though you're wanting to work with, that's like your ideal audience, right? 30 to 40, that's for a Facebook ad. Like that's for targeting in a Facebook ad. Don't put that in your title. What I would say instead is I help women struggling with crippling chronic go from being in pain to being in their prime. That's what I would say. I love that because, so I help women go from being in pain to being in their prime through holistic shifts in their day to, so let's write this out before I start forgetting some stuff. So number one, Amanda, did that feel good to say going from being in pain to being in their prime? Did you like that? Being in pain to being in their prime. Anything that feels good about the play on words there for you? I don't know if you're saying yes because yes. So hi, I'm Amanda Yuri Cervanti, and I am a freedom from pain coach, helping women go from being in pain to being in their prime. Does that feel good? You love it. Yes, see, I love it too. And then I would use, through my holistic, I feel like you're holistic. I don't know if that's true or not. I guess I better double check that you're holistic. But holistic is coming in. Through holistic shifts in their daily, through making holistic shifts in your daily routine and life, something in there. Like, let me know if you like holistic also, and play with those a little bit in there, and then let me come back to you. I want you to play with those a little bit, and then let me come back to you. I'm gonna go to Evie. Evie, are you still here with me? You're a naturopathic doctor. Yes, I think I remember that. Okay, so we want to tap back. We want to go backwards. I want to come back to that, but I want you to kind of play with some of those words that I shared with you, Amanda, and rewrite it and see what comes up for you. Okay, Evie, my love, are you still here? Because I'm about to tap into your introduction. Are you here? If you're here, I'll do it with you live. If you're not here, I'm not gonna make it over, sister. I'll give it one more second. There might be a delay. Evie, are you here, my dear? Ooh, Rebecca, I like yours. I want to tap into yours too. Yes, you are. Okay, so I'm going to do Evie, and then I'm going to do Rebecca, and then Amanda's going to have hers rewrote. Okay, so this is Evie's 30-second current introduction. She says, I help women solopreneurs who want to take their productivity to a new level. They're overwhelmed and exhausted by everything they want to accomplish in their business, but aren't interested or able to work 9 to 12-hour days. I help them create solutions for getting all the important things done so they can grow their business with confidence, and when they're not working, they can be completely present with the people they love. Well, it sounds like amazing work, Evie. I want you to be booked solid because I'm sure you are absolutely magical, but this is falling a little short for me. So, said with love, of course, said with light, but I want more power behind this. I want more energy behind this. I want it to have more soul punch. You know what I mean? Like, oh, like where it punches your soul because you're like, I gotta work with Evie. I gotta work with Evie. If it doesn't punch you in the gut like that, oh, I wish I could work with her. I want to work with her. Why bother? So I help women solopreneurs who want to take their productivity to a new level. I am Evie Burke. What were some of your words that came up for you, Evie, when you were doing the writing exercise? Did you write anything? I am So what's interesting here is you don't give yourself a title. I don't know if anybody else caught this, but that's the first thing coming up for me, Evie, is that I did not see yourself really saying, I am a coach, a consultant. I feel like there is something holding you back in claiming a title. I feel like every title you give pushback to of everybody's a coach, everybody's a consultant, da 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 da. Is that true? Let's see just how like intuitive and psychic I actually am here. Is that a true story, Evie, that you tell yourself? Everybody's a coach. Everybody's a blank. How many of you have a story that you tell like that? If you're just joining me, welcome, welcome. I'm waiting for Evie Burke to respond here with some. I haven't done that because exactly of that about the coach consultant. All right, exactly. Okay, so I am also gonna say I'm not a super big fan of the word solopreneur. That's really a sad and lonely word to me. Are you open to not using the word solopreneur? I don't like the solopreneur. There's something that just doesn't feel good about that. It feels very isolating to me. Preconceived notions don't matter when you have an intention for yourself and for your business. The only preconceived notions are the ones that you have about yourself that matter, my love. I promise you. So here's what I'm going to say. Do you really do, I work with people who work for themselves from home. Yep, totally get it. I work from home, but I'm not a solopreneur. I have a team, I have business besties, I have peers, I'm in masterminds. Like, even though I work from home, that's what I don't like. I don't like the energy behind the word solo. That, for me, I feel frequency, I read frequency, I'm very intuitive. It's a personal thing for me. So if you really dig solopreneur, if your people are like, are they responding to that? Great. If we could shift to women in business, women entrepreneurs, I would love that. But if solopreneur feels better, stay with it, because it's what you feel, not necessarily what I feel. I'm just giving you some recommendations. So what's interesting is, do you do a lot of boundaries work with your clients? Am I talking really loud? I feel like I'm talking really loud. If I'm talking really loud, I'm not like yelling at you. Just know I'm just like fired up. Do you do a lot of boundaries work? Ooh, Teresa, I like that. Because what I am coming up with here is where'd it go? So what I like is, hi, I am Evie Burke, and I am a productivity strategist. I help women entrepreneurs, women solopreneurs create boundaries in their life and business that allow them to go from overwhelmed to confident and present. Through my creative and impactful solutions, we focus on getting the high priority areas completed so that they can become the high achievers they strive and want to be. Something like that. High achieving, high performance, intentional with their time. That's all about boundaries. So using even that word intentional in there too. But I like you claiming a title right away. I'm a productivity strategist. I am a boundaries and creative solutions strategist. Something along those lines. Have that title. Play with some of these words that I just gave to you and see, write it out and see what comes back to you. If you're using the word intentional with me, sister, you should be using it in your introduction. So try playing with that and mapping that again and see what comes and share it with me. You need exactly. You need the Evie that, do you need the Evie that I described, Rebecca? This is a great, do you need the Evie that I described with boundaries, intentions? Does the word solopreneur call to you, or does like woman entrepreneur, women in business, like what calls to you? This is a great, this is a great scenario here for you to get some like live feedback. That last bit hit home for me. Booyah. Is that a thing still? Do people still say booyah? My 5-year-old says it, so I'm going to say it. Intentional strategist. I help women get intentionally intentional. Booyah. Okay, who's up next? Let's see. I was going to scroll back to, who's still here with me that wants me to do this? Woman entrepreneur. See? So you're getting some real live feedback right here, Evie, on who else here. I mean, we are all most likely women in business here, most likely in your definition a solopreneur, but who here would prefer to be referred to as a woman in business or a woman entrepreneur versus a solopreneur? Just curious, not trying to come at you, but just want you to have some like real feedback on this, Evie, okay? All right, next up, Teresa. So we have a couple different things, I think, from Teresa. So let's see. Let's see what Teresa says. Nope, actually, I think we're going to start, I think the one I was going to start with was Rebecca. So Rebecca says, hi, I am Rebecca DeHaat. Is that it? I'm going to say it, DeHaat. I hope you pronounce your name like that too. If I had the last name, I would pronounce it DeHaat. I am Rebecca DeHaat. I am a powerfully passionate trans medium connecting individuals who are seeking answers for their lives. My spirit guide, Artasia, and I connect you to the core issues and help you to understand where it stems from and heal. Love it, love it, love it. So a couple things. I am a powerfully passionate trans medium connecting individuals who are seeking answers for their lives. My spirit guide, Artasia, and I connect to your core issues and help you to understand where it stems from, what lessons you are meant to learn, and heal them at your deepest level. Just change a little bit there. Just a little bit there. I love everything, but I want there to just be a little bit stronger close at the end there. We help connect to your core issues and help you to understand where it stems from, what lessons you need to learn from it, and heal it at its deepest level. So now, because so many people, this is one of the reasons why I stopped doing reading. So many people want the answer and want to know why. So if you can give them some of like what it is, why it is, and how we're gonna like heal it, that's what you want to include in there. I love it. I think you're right. Bang on, Rebecca. Great job. Tamaris, are you still here? She says, I am Tamaris Garcia. I'm an intuitive healer. Through my inner child doula healing, I help you release old emotional wounds from childhood that still replay in your life and leave life from the heart. I think maybe you meant live So we want to switch a little bit here. So number one is I'm an intuitive healer through my inner child doula healing. So it's like really, there's a lot of words right in there. So I am Tamaris Garcia. I'm an intuitive, wow, this is my neck. That was crazy. You guys heard that. That was insane. I'm an intuitive doula and healer, or I'm an intuitive healer and doula. Like, I would like to know, like, can we shift that whole thing up and almost have like I will sometimes say I am a life and business coach and intuitive, or sometimes I will say I'm an intuitive life and business coach. So let's just try to get almost like 2 titles in there. I am Tamaris Garcia. I am an intuitive healer and inner child doula, helping you release old emotional wounds from your childhood that still replay in your life and cause you and still are keeping you from living a life full of heart and ease and grace or something. I don't know, something like that. Play with that title part first, Tamaris. Tell me what comes up for you with that. Let's see, Kelly says, I'm a clairsentient medium. I work with men and women to heal past trauma, helping them reconnect to their inner light by working with the universe, their guides and guardians. Love it. I love all of it, except I would drop clairsentient because most people don't know what clairsentient is that are looking for you. So I would just, I'm a spiritual medium. I'm a psychic medium. I would drop the word clairsentient. I work to heal past trauma by connecting them to their inner light by working with the universe, their guides and guardians. I give them the inspired action to start taking to fully heal and move forward towards the life they want to be living. Like, you want to also put like what's in it for them, Kelly. Like what are they going to, because you've nailed the who you are, what you do, who you serve, but how does it help them? Yes, you help them reconnect, but well, what does reconnecting do? They might not know what that reconnection can be, right? But if they get reconnected, oh my gosh, everything will start changing in their life and in their business and in their career, and like, boom. Okay, so let's see. What other ones are on here? Replying to Amanda. Oh, okay, so you guys got some like private ones going on here. That's fantastic. Jojo says, I'm still here. Did you put yours up above, Jojo? Let me go look. I can only scroll back so far, so that might be some of it. Let me see. Okay, here it is. I'm Jojo, and I am a unique spiritual medium, witch, mentor, and coach, showing you self-realization of how to overcome obstacles in your life, and all the while giving you truthful guidance to help you on your path. Okay, so with putting in there, okay, so I would say the first thing that comes in is let's take out the word unique, because your titles in there, spiritual medium, witch, mentor, and coach, I feel like there's a lot going on there. So let's combine some of this. I almost want you to lead with witch. I am a white light witch. I don't know if that's the type of, I don't know much about witchery. I'm not a witch. I don't know like much about that, but that's what's coming to me, so I'm going to go with it. I'm Jojo, and I'm a white light witch. Through my spiritual mentoring and coaching, and through my gift of mediumship, I help women reach a place of self-realization on how to overcome obstacles and live a life full of truth and guidance and helping them connect to their soul purpose. So again, you want to have who you are, who you serve, how you do it, but what result are they going to get? You want to include some type of result that they are going to get. That is why people say yes to working with you, because they want to know that you can help them get the results that they want. Okay? All right. Yes, White Witch, you're welcome. Okay, thank you for the clarification. Of course, of course. All right, so how did this feel for you guys? Once you have your inspiring introduction wrote out, I want you to take a minute and I want you to say to yourself, does this feel aligned with me serving at my highest level? And if there is any hesitation, if there is anything that makes you go, kind of, or, yeah, no, I want it to be soul punch. Like I want it to, like when you say it, I want you to feel it and be like, oh, yes, this is it. So if it doesn't all come to you in like this 1 hour that we had together here, that's okay. It doesn't have to. But here's what it is. I want you to set some time to keep playing with it and to keep crafting it and keep writing and keep highlighting and keep scratching off and keep thesaurusing and finding the words until you craft it and it feels so good and you can say yes to this feels aligned with me serving at my highest level right now. And remember that this introduction, as you change, as you expand, as you transform, this statement will go along with you. It should be transforming with you. This isn't an end-all be-all. You are not this one thing. You don't have this one title. So don't feel stressed to fit it all into one thing. It's okay to have multiple sentences there. We are not defined by how many characters Facebook says we can put in Facebook didn't like that. They just paused me. So have some fun with this. Please share this. If you are in my Facebook group, Soul Blazers, share these in there. I'll be kind of checking them off and on. Make sure you are signed up at the top if you are just joining, just watching, so that you get invitation to join tomorrow, you get workbook for tomorrow, and you get access to the live group coaching call. I mean, you can see how powerful this is in a Facebook Live. Just imagine me in your business in a hot seat coaching experience on Friday. So make sure you get registered. Tamaris, you are welcome. Thank you for coming. And tell your friends, because like most likely you have friends that are in business too, to come tomorrow. Anybody who signs up, you're gonna get replay of today, so you don't have to worry about, you can come back on my business page and watch it, that's fantastic. Or you can also get a link tomorrow in tomorrow's email where you can go back and watch this, have the workbook. I can't wait to see what you guys go out there and write. Feel free to tag me. Feel free to ask me questions. Feel free to like come on over and join the Soul Blazer group. We're gonna be jamming on more of this over there, okay? So see you tomorrow for day 2. To day 2, we are legitly getting into the message. And I'm going to show you how each and every single one of you don't just have one message. I guarantee you have at least 10 plus messages. So thank you. You're welcome, Evie. Amanda says, thank you. The go from beginning in pain to being in their prime is gold. Girl, I agree, 1,000,000%, 1,000,000%. And if I'm really calling to you, hey, you guys, would love for you to reach out, would love to learn how I can serve you at my highest level and help you with all things life, business, marketing, you name it, girl, I got you. All right, see you guys tomorrow and looking forward to seeing you in the Facebook group too. Bye.